see that Facebook and TikTok can merge a little bit here during this hour and get to know each other. So if you are seeing artsy people or people that looks like are just vibing with you, then pick them up, follow them along, and engage with them. Hey, Artist Life! Hello, my friend. How are you today? Happy 4th? So yeah, we're gonna do our nails, just a couple, but we're gonna first do this. And this dark was the alcohol inks. It was the T-Rex alcohol inks. And then we went ahead with our unicorn spit, and we did Floetrol Unicorn Spit Ghost Pores all over the place, right? And this is what we were working on, and oh, I love it. I love it. So I'm leaving this alone, and it was fun. And now I will spray this. I found this, okay? It's UV resistant clear from Kryolan. So what I do with this is I wait till it dries real well, and then I spritz it really, not very much at all, just to get it a nice mist over it, and let it sit, and it dries in like 15 minutes. And then come back and spritz it again. You can be a little bit more assertive with your layer, but I'm going to resin this anyway. So I just want to make sure that I'm sealing mostly the wood grain, because those pores in the wood, that can leave the bubbles coming up. And we did use Floetrol, which helps seals it, but we didn't use a lot of Floetrol. So those are just some things I wanted to talk about today with that before we get to the bottom of our box. Purple, yes, Pammy. Hey, welcome. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Okay, so I want to have a warning. Okay, this is something we started. There is no rhyme or reason to it. We just started pouring unicorn spit on gesso and Floetrol. Anyway, it's going to be one of these where I use a stencil and go over my background. See what I'm saying? So, and those are so fun to do because you're just spilling paint around. And the stencil itself, I put it on with the iridescent pigment powder. Any pigment, you can use any pigment you want. And you can get your stencil pastes or whatever, or you can use your acrylic gel gloss. Anything that's going to make it thick enough that it doesn't run under the stencil sheet. Because I don't tack my stencils down with that spray or anything like that. I wait for the piece to dry. Where did I put it? So lay that puppy there and then tape the edges wherever I want it. And then mix your dry pigment or your unicorn spit or whatever pigment you're using into your acrylic gel and mix it really good. And then when you put it down on it and the stencil's there, you know what a palette knife is, and you just push it down, a credit card, anything that's going to spread that down on top of it nice and thick, and let it sit for just a second, and then peel it up, and you'll have that really nice raised stencil, and it's beautiful. Then let it sit and dry really well, then just pour resin over the top of it. That's where I started with this. The problem was this, when we got done, because I had poured water and Floetrol and more water, I came back in and I looked at it and I was impressed because it looked so three-dimensional. But it was because it bowed. So it actually was three-dimensional. It actually bowed. You can't see it here because I've dropped it down already, but that puppy was like a basketball coming up, okay? And the reason it is, and this is why I'm telling you guys, see, this is actual wood, okay, these cradle boards. This is that pressed wood, okay? So now they do make, and if you're gonna do a lot of fluid, a lot of water, stuff like that, they make them where that is the pressed wood, And that is real wood. And you don't have any problem getting, you can soak it up, it doesn't matter, and there's not going to be the warping. So just so you know, look at the back. You can tell what's a pressed board because there's no grain, right? So if you're looking for cradle boards, and you guys, the cradle boards are great. You can use either side you want, do whatever you want with them. Just make sure, you know, if you're going to use a lot of liquid, you probably want real board. But if you don't, and you have a problem where it starts bowing on you, let it dry, then take some wax paper, put it over the top, flip that puppy over if you want, or just leave it like that, and set something bigger than that right on top of it. So you don't want creases in it. Just right on top of it, set it there for a week, and that's what I did, and it went totally flat, so it's fine. But you got to catch it early. But those are things that happen and that can scare the life out of you if you've never done this before. And so many people are so afraid, and I was one of those people. That's why I know. Now, some people can just grab it and go. God bless them. I'm impressed, and I'm working towards that, but I'm not one of those yet. So that's usually the thing that hinders people from just getting into something, is the fear of, I'm going to do it wrong. And that's why I absolutely love the unicorn spit, because you can't be wrong. You can wipe it off with water. So now, yeah, if you're staining a wood and I put black on there, I can't suck all of that black out with water, okay? But I can sure get it light. Guys, I appreciate you. So I threw these handy dandy gloves on because we're working with some ink first, and I just want to drop some on here. I'm going to try and stay away from Floetrol for right now on this box on the bottom. We were working with this. I'm not finished, and I'll have to work on that probably soon. But there's that. The inside, you know, it's like the ideas of butterflies in light colors is what I was going for. Just show it. But you can tell by my voice, I'm not happy. It's supposed to look like butterflies. Anyway. Okay, so see, it's pretty like that. So you just never know. You got to step away from it once in a while, especially if it was bugging you. Severed Art, bless her heart. She was in here the other day when I was working on that, and I was over it. Oof. Life is about creating yourself. And this is going to go somewhere in this box, because, or on the outside or something. I love little word boxes. It's a nice way also, if you're not into calligraphy and you didn't do good in penmanship, to be able to leave messages without having to do a Cricut or a stencil or anything like that. It's metal, it's real pretty. You can put them under resin. And I like to put little rhinestones here if I'm doing that. Just glue the back, stick it to whatever you're doing, put a rhinestone there, and pour resin over it. And it's really nice on canvases as well. I don't know, something like this. And then just, you know, like that. It's just cool ideas. Or on the back, whatever. And this was unicorn spit, just randomness. It is ready to be resined. It has been taped. Enough yakking. So I'm going to start with the outside this time. But you know me, I need white in the middle because it leads to things. It opens up avenues. So I'm just going to put some white Celine Artistic Vivation right in the middle. And it's a yummy, yummy smell. Scent, whatever. Okay, and then I'm going to go with this Nebula. And these are the alcohol inks, which is why I'm wearing my gloves. I would not have to for the unicorn spit, though I don't like getting it in my nails and such. And we are doing our nails at the end of this, so put some purple. There's no rhyme or reason. Love it when it goes from the dark to the light. Oof, just gorgeous. All right, so that is all very strong. I want it nice, thick, and deep. And just let it soak in there. Trying to be a little careful as I get to the edges since I have artwork on the other side that I'm not done with. I'm going to dip this in here now. Right into that alcohol ink and unicorn spit combo, y'all. If you've never tried it, oh, try it. Oh gosh, look at this. Just look at this. You saw what I did? I've done nothing. And yet I could totally, you're almost there. You're almost done with a painting. That's amazing. And I'm just going straight unicorn spit, which is extremely concentrated. So you don't have to do this, but I'm trying to get it super dark at this edge. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just tapping it in. The Artistic Vivations is they are metallics. So the metallic, just so you know, is not like the sparkling. Okay, the sparkling has sparkles and it's transparent-y. Okay, not real, that's not a word. You know what I'm saying. This is a genuine metallic and I love it. And you can make the, you know, those glass chips, but these out of the Artistic Vivations with alcohol. One. That is a lot. You get to make your own colors and you don't have to keep buying all sorts of different colors of glass chips. You just buy one big thing of glass. Sherry gave this to me, sis. I'm almost out. That's a lot of alcohol I put in there. I've used the 71% and that actually worked really well. Whoops. Oh, that's pretty. You know, just play in your spit. Try to see what it'll do for you. That's all I could say. I'm just gonna drop it right here. Sweet. See, I needed gloves. I had them on, and then I took them off. Hold on. Let's see. Unicorn. And then we'll do our nails, and then we'll say goodbye and have the best day ever. I'm getting a watery look, and that's where I'm going, and I'm satisfied with that. So, okay, let me set this over here. Understand? Okay, so what I do is I've got my regular base down. So I've already got white down. Let me give myself a purple. Just a little tiny dot, that's all you need. And maybe I'll do my Zia Teal, my fave. When you do your nails, I don't know, I've got these nail brush designs, okay? And they're real tiny, very cool. But even then, it's hard to draw on a nail. They're rounded, mine have ridges. So what I found is it's easier just to take these dotting tools and just do like dots. So I'm going to start with my darkest color first. And I give myself a little seahorse, of course. So I always start with the head, and I'm just going to put a dot there. There's his head. How easy. And it's going to be bigger than that, okay? But then I'm going to dot that again, and then I'm going to drag it forward a little bit, and there's his little snout. Do they have snouts? This is a tiny one. It'll get bigger because the more I mess up, it has to start growing. But I like to start small because of that. And then I'm going to take from the neck, the head, and I'm going to come straight down, just straight down. And then out a little bit and circle all the way around for his little tail. And then I'm going to take a nice big round belly, because he's a happy little seahorse, and put it right there. I'm going to follow that tail a little bit. And just kind of give him a different colored belly. And I don't care if it mixes in with the purple or not, we're just playing. As a matter of fact, I might mix it in on purpose. I think I will. His tail's pretty skinny. I'm going to go back to the center of the tail and come back the other way. I'll give him a little bit of hair at the top, or whatever that is, those little gills. Hair. Whatever. All right, he needs an eye. Oh, it's a big one. It's going to turn into hair. Yeah, that's better. A Zyateel with dragon's belly. Is this dragon's belly? Yeah. So this and this, 2 parts this, 1 part this, is patina. So let's do some of that. We'll just put a drop of dragon's belly. I learned that from Michelle Nicole, girl boss of Unicorn Spit, creator. It's going to be the biggest, so just start at the bottom and then just swish it up. I'm going to go right over his tail and then out the other side. Kind of like, see? He looks like he's looking at something, so let's give him something to look at. Flowers, something. Little colors. Some little white flowers. They might look like bubbles, and that's okay too. I'm digging it, but it almost looks kind of like coral and stuff. Okay, so there's our Unicorn Spit seahorse. Cool. I don't know how to turn to get you guys to see it. So you take this, the Insta Dry nail polish. It's you don't even have to wait till your regular nail polish is dry before you use this. I like that about this, and it's super quick dry. So that's why it works. And little guy, there it is. Isn't it cute? And it's fun. That might have been a little too intricate for for a nail, but I'm telling you, the seahorse is easy. So, and sea turtles too, just an oval with little flippery things. And